Indians worship two people, soldiers and farmers. These are two professions threatened by AI. What do you think? Are they?
I believe, definitely I worship as well, because I see them as we are able to sit here, enjoy, right, have a good time, because there are literally people in our borders, right, protecting us. In fact, my Amachachan is what I call my mother's brother, is part of the Air Force. You know, I went for this thing known as POP, passing out parade of cadets, of literally army people. I felt a nationalism inside. They're playing Vande Bharat, and they were coming in flights, jumping, skydiving. I felt this and I was like, a robot can't ever feel that, right? An AI can't ever feel that nationalism inside them. Program them to be a Russian bot or US bot, they will. They wouldn't be like, there's this movie Captain America, I don't know if they know. They put a fake bomb and Captain America went and jumped on top of it. A robot would never sacrifice their life trying to protect their country. They would just do what they're programmed to do. If they're programmed to do that, do that. But if they're just being told, go shoot, do this, do that, right? Certain things, that emotion, I believe, even if we reach AGI, ASI, that never can't be there in a robot because there's no data to train it, right? Humans don't have a data on the internet to do that. On the army side, right? Talk about nationalism. But I would say right now, we are using a lot of AI in our defense. Literally, there are army robots protecting our borders right now. Like drones, if you guys knew that. We are spending a lot of money in AI in defense. Less than China and US, but we are excelling way better than them. As always, Indians, we are jugadus, right? We do the best by spending the less. ISRO, anything. Now, so we are using AI, just like we should. We are using our nationalism plus AI. Now, second thing is farmers. Farmers also, if you knew, so the main thing about farmers is most of our farmers in our country are sadly uneducated, right? They don't know how much fertilizers to use. They don't know how much pesticide needs to be there. They don't know how much water to put. Sadly, they're just listening to the parents and doing it. They don't know whether what to do what. Sadly. But what if there was an AI that told them that? There's a Bangalore startup known as Fossil doing exactly that. Now, if you notice in all these places, the farmers are not being replaced. But like tractors, they're being enhanced. We get more fruit. We get more, they have to do less work. They can take less tension and they're getting more fossil out of it. Right? They're getting more things. They're getting more rice, more wheat. What are they farming out of it? Just because they're starting to use AI. That is exactly the possibility of AI. That's why you should start using AI, guys.
Since we spoke robotics, and you are very keenly interested in robotics, let me ask you this robotics question.
I have made a robot.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. So, since you're so much into it, China has 740,000 firms which are into robotics. Mm-hmm. Just see the number, 740,000 companies that are into robotics. We don't have anywhere near the number, but we have 9 million graduates coming out every year out of college.
Engineers.
Yeah, engineers. And not, altogether. Do you see an opportunity where, all of these brains can be put into robotics and AI, and is that where we should focus? Is that the path to take now?
I always say this one line, okay? India should not join the AI race, or let's say robot race in this, but rather it should create its own race. Now people will be like, what are you trying to say? We have our own cultural things that we could solve. We have our own things that we could make better. Now, we already lost the smartphone race. Everyone's phone here. Is anyone's made by an Indian company? No. Everyone uses AI software, AI social media. Is anyone using an Indian AI social media? No. Anyone using an AI Indian chatbot? There is actually few. There's a very popular one, in fact. No? Krutrim and all? No? Okay. Exactly the point.
Krutrim is known here.
Yeah, it is, but no one here is using it.
Nobody's using it. Yeah.
Exactly my point. Right? At the end of the day, let's build robots. Let people, but people, if they don't use it, what's the point? We need skilled, we need good things. If we just take engineers that are not employable, if they must start making robots, then it won't be as good as, let's say, a ChatGPT, then, or let's say what's coming from China, as cheap as what's coming from China, then why would people want it? Right? First, we have to make an education right. First, we have to make a good engineer. Then we should focus on that. That is what I believe.
So will you go to college?
Huh?
So will you go to college?
Yes.
You will.
I am planning to. I mean, see, at the end of the day, I still go to school. I still go to college. Yes, to learn a bit. That's why I took commerce, because I have a company. But also to study because, see, I also want to enjoy my childhood. Even on Instagram, I have literally a highlight name, Unfiltered Raul, to show that I'm not just a kid fully addicted. I'm not an AI, this, that. I still enjoy my life. I go out with my friends. I go to concerts with my friends. I mean, that is my best friend sitting right there. He would kill me because I said that. But at the end of the day, I am not like this fully into this. I want to enjoy my school life. I want to enjoy my college life. At the age of 67, I should not regret that I didn't do that.
Okay. One additional question I'm asking you, after that the last. Why are drones, which is also related to robotics, I mean, it's something different, it's the air, that's all. Why are drones not carrying people as yet?
Okay, I'm
because
going to be
think
honest.
Once we all start traveling, your children, I'm sure, will go to school by, if the schools are there, by drones, not by school bus. Then we
Hopefully
probably
that
will have
happens.
a minister for passenger aviation or something like that.
I also believe that should be there. But I'm being very honest. I'm not an expert on drones, so I would not be able to answer that.
Okay.
Should we try asking ChatGPT? Let's say ask you ChatGPT. I want to show live of what I do when I don't know something.
I'm happy my question is being put to ChatGPT.
Let's see. Hey ChatGPT, how are you?
Claro, estoy aquí para lo que necesite.
What language is it speaking? 1 second. It's talking in Spanish. ChatGPT, talk to me in English. I have a question for you.
Of course. Ask away, I'm all ears and ready to help with whatever's
So my
on your
question
mind.
is, why aren't drones capable of literally carrying human beings right now? Answer it like I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay, so imagine a tiny toy helicopter. It can carry a little toy, right? But if you ask it to carry you, it just doesn't have enough strength.
But
Drones
why
are
can't
like
we
that.
give it enough strength?
So to carry a person, the drone would need much bigger motors and
So
stronger
we don't have the
parts.
innovation to have motors right now?
Oh, we can make powerful motors, but then the drone would need to be much bigger, heavier, and super safe, like a flying seatbelt.
Okay, so everything
Engineers,
just doesn't go together, because if there are heavier drones, then we won't be able to fly. Then okay, makes sense. Thank you, ChatGPT.
you got it. It's like a balance.
So what I'm trying to prove here is not just answer the question which Sir said, which I kind of knew the answer to, but I'm not an expert, so I wanted to clarify it. But any information at this age, if anyone wants, you have it in your pockets. That's what I do when I don't know about something. And let's say even the drone thing, maybe ChatGPT is saying that problem exists. But a person who wants to solve it, they'll find the tiny, minute detail, and maybe like, this drone can be lighter because the magnetic, this can be on this side and left side, so it can be lighter. That can be solved. All you have to do is ask questions. And in this day and age, more than the answers, the question you ask matters. The answer is everywhere.
You should be a good prompt engineer.
Exactly, prompt engineer.
Okay. Last question for the evening.
Yes. Yeah, if it is not
this
last,
young man sitting here, going by his age, I presume if retirement age still is 60 by the time he retires,
already talking about
he
my
would
retirement.
retire in 2070. Okay. Today, it is virtually impossible to predict what will happen 2 years from now. Forget 2070, which is why we keep on saying we'll be a developed country by 2047 and all. Nobody can predict 3 years. We couldn't predict, how our life would have changed from February 28th when the war started in the Gulf. So, nobody knows what will happen
Maybe
in 2070.
we'll be in Mars, chilling.
Yeah. So I want you to, it's not a question, but I'm seeking an advice from you. The median age of India, 1.4 billion Indians, is 29. The median age of the audience in this room would be, there are some in their 20s, but most of them are 40
Young.
plus.
Yes. Young.
Perhaps 38 or 40 is the median age.
Young at heart.
45. What would you tell this audience about what to look out for in the coming, I'm not asking till your retirement time, but for the short term.
Well, okay, that's a question I would have to think about
I'm
a bit.
asking you to think beyond AI, because even AI cannot answer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't go to ChatGPT
Yeah.
for help for this
Yeah.
one. But I would definitely say, let's just start with AI, right? If, okay, it's a good question, but I would say one thing. AI is definitely going to flourish, right? Everyone agrees with that? Yeah, it's going to be very big. The most important thing that time would be, or even now, the most important skill would be just be as human as possible, right? That will set everyone here apart. Be unique, right? Follow what your passion is. Even if you're at the age of 70, it's okay. KFC, right, was created by a 70-year-old person, right? And we all use it. Age is just a number at this now, right? You can do whatever you want at any age. And what I'm trying to come out, one is that AI thing. Second thing, what I would look out for. What would I look? I've never thought about my retirement. This or not. I'm thinking about my current life only, my college, what I'm going to do then. But I would just say, at the end of the day, be a good human, right? Help people out. And follow your passion. That's what I would say.
I think that's a fantastic answer, because you deserve the applause. What he essentially said is try to be human. And I was listening to Sir Ken Robinson. He's an educationist, he's many more things. He was saying what we need to do is bring out our human skills, which AI doesn't have, including empathy and creative skills. And he says a study was done in UK of how creative we are, how innovative we are on school students over the last 20 years. So a batch of 5-year-olds, they were tested on creativity, and 95% of them ranked at the genius level at 5 years. 5 more years later, the same batch of students were tested when they were 10 years, and only 32% of them were at the genius level. And 5 more years later, when they were 15, they were tested again, same group of students, and only 17% were genius level. And so the scientists who studied this, they wanted to find out why these children studying in the same school over so many years, they have actually dropped in their creativity, in their ingenuity. And the answer is schools and colleges traditionally teach you one question, one answer.
Like factory workers, right? That's what.
Because the education system is built for the industrial age, which has passed us by.
Sadly, what Britishers also wanted us to do.
I think you gave the same answer as Sir Ken Robinson. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.